asked this guy for variety. He was Mexican guy.
Yeah.
I told him, oh my God, I'm really struggling with this. He's like, oh, I can't right now because he was washing his car.
Oh.
But I made a conversation with him, and he's like, "Oh, you're also from Mexico?" He smiled, and then I took off. But even though he was polite,
Right.
he didn't get scared or anything or angry.
See, people are so in fear of other people because of what they see on TV and what the media feed them.
Oh no, that's
All the negative stuff on the news and all these negative programs and shows on TV causes people not to like each other no more or want to be around each other or have animosity by just coming in contact with somebody. They're fearing that you might do something to them, so they'd rather not even look at you, talk to you, acknowledge you at all. That way, they feel like you ain't gonna involve them in no bull. This is how hypnotized and traumatized this society is that we live in nowadays.
we have this like post-traumatic stress.
It's worse than post-traumatic stress. It's a stress that's going on every day. It's a continuous stress.
A chronic stress.
A chronic stress. Very good. Great word for it. Chronic stress. And it's going to get no better until people realize, hey, man, we don't need these motherfuckers. Lord forgive me for cussing. I'm still working on my vocabulary, man. I'm still trying to get better. But until people realize, man, they done lied to us about all this, all that, all this, all that. Why we still believe in them about this, that, and the other? We don't need them for nothing. For nothing. Before them, society was just fine. Even though they had their hand in society for years and decades and generations. You dig what I'm saying? But once people start understanding that everything they telling you you need, you don't, and become self-sufficient again, and bring family back into the matter, and then once family is back together, bring unity within community back together, which was the original family anyway, because it takes a village to raise a child. So the village was the whole community. Everybody. When I was growing up, you couldn't do nothing wrong down the street because somebody down the street gonna do something to you and tell your parents, or they gonna whoop your butt before you even get to your parents. Or they gonna make sure you're not doing wrong in their views while you're in their presence. Nowadays, they ain't my kid, I don't care. Look at that fool, that's such and such kid. Hope he go wind up in jail. Let me call the police on him. Or whatever. They always jump to the negative instead of saying, let me help this person. Let me see what's going on with this person. The person might not even be doing nothing wrong. But if we come with a negative thought, we're going to come with a negative attitude, and the negative response and outcome is going to be prevalent. It can't help but to show up. If we go with something positive and with love, let me see what's going on. See if they need help. See if everything is all right. See what I can do to help them, even if things are okay, but they still need some kind of direction. That's still help. That's still love. Simple conversation like we've talked about before. It's some of the greatest things that people can give each other. Simple acknowledgement. Saying hello. Saying good morning. Not good morning, but top of the sun rising. Top of the moon rising.
Top of the morning.
Mourning means to be grieving something.
Grieving?
Grieving. We don't want to be grieving something. It's a new day. It's a fresh day.
Not dwell the past.
So we say, blessed, or top of the sun's rising. Happy sun rising. Glorious sun rising. Glorious day to you. Beautiful day to you, kind sir, kind woman, kind fellow, kind gentleman, kind man, kind young child. You know what I mean? If we bring kindness and love back into everything,
It has a way of coming back.
it has a way of coming back, but we have to start with self. And we have to start right here with each other and the people around us in order for it to spread. Love spreads like a wildfire. But it's a wildfire you don't have to put out because it ain't going to harm nobody. Just uplift and help everybody. Love is the key. If you think on a love's plateau at every moment of your day, for every purpose of your day, you find love in everything you do, think, say, try, advise, whatever. Eat. All that. If you put love into all that, preparation, thought pattern, your walk, your talk, your existence, put love into it every day for every reason and every cause of your day. You'll become a new person every moment of the day. Because love only grows and grows and grows. Every time you have a new thought, you become a new person. Because now with that thought, you're looking for an outcome. Once you see that outcome, you have a new thought. Looking for a new outcome. So you be recreating and recycling yourself every moment of the day. That's what your thought patterns are for. To bring into, that's what your physical existence is for. To bring into existence in a physical manner your thoughts. This is the gift and the joy and the religion of God's true religion of creation. Thought. But action.
You dig what I'm saying? This is one of the guys that you should be following.
Words without action are fruitless. They mean nothing.
Actions speak louder than words.
Actions speak louder than words. Why? Because actions bring those words to life.
We got to share them, so we got none other than our dog.
So what are our actions behind the words? Our actions has to be our movements. Our movements have to be our walk along with the physical attributes that go along with that walk.
You can go, not only you can go like background check up too. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, man.
If those physical attributes
To the audience, my name is Yakai Raphael.
and that walk does not meet the words coming out of your mouth because of the formation of thoughts you had in the mind, which your first eye, the mind's eye, had focus enough for you to see, so your second and third eye can project out to the world through physical action. Then you know what I mean? What were those? If they don't match up, then people are going to see the lies that you tell.
I mean, herbalism is you.
You can't lie to me,
You know you're taking the right herbs, you're going to do it.
because sooner or later I'm going to see the falsifications in your words, because your actions are not going to meet up to your words.
it kind of like limit me. Like I just deal with plant medicine. I get into psychology.
Or sooner or later, you're going to tell me, well, I think this way, but I speak this way. So I got to show it this way.
So basically,
Now that's a triple illusion or a double illusion. Because the true you is the thought. But if the thought don't match the words and the words don't match the actions, then the words and the actions are the double illusion. The magic, the tricks, the phony.
And then based off your diagnosis, they give you herbs as a remedy. Now, it was like this though.
But as soon as we can help people see that they ain't got to act like they acting, because they ain't got to talk like they talking, because what they're thinking is not going to be detrimental or harmful to nobody if it's theirs and it's true, and if it's not based on the demise of someone else or the control of someone else. If we use our thoughts to project our words the right way, which our words are projected through our actions, because our first eye, that mind's eye, has come into clear focus and clear alignment with what we want to project out as far as righteousness and love, then there can be no misunderstanding of your words. There can be no skips and no steps and no stumbles in your movements and steps. People are not going to misunderstand your movements because they're going to be based on your words. Your words are going to be based on your thoughts. And your thoughts are going to be based on your heartfelt feelings. That first brain. The first brain is the heart, because the heart holds the signals of emotions. Those signals of emotions is then shot to the brain to send signals to the rest of the body and to the rest of the formation of this physical form to say, hey, this is how we're going to react based on these feelings.
To eliminate toxic waste, toxemia, dead cells, cytotoxin,
they work in congruence.
All these toxins that we're taking in from the environment. For instance, if you cough, just do a cough real quick. You feel that in your chest?
Along with the gut, because you feel everything in the pit of your stomach.
So when you cough, that's your body's natural way of healing itself. A sneeze, like chew.
Man, I just don't feel right. My stomach feel like it got butterflies. Why you got butterflies? Well, I'm nervous. What you nervous about? Well, if it ain't right, you always gonna get that gut feeling in your heart. Always gonna tell you, you're gonna start sweating, you're gonna start shaking, trembling. That's your nervous system, and your brains and your body signals that energy level, your frequencies getting out of balance and out of regular, normal life frequency. You're getting out of whack. Something is interfering with those natural elements of frequency waves. So we got to figure out how to talk to ourselves or recognize our spirit self is talking to us when we feel the way we feel. They try to dumb down your feelings and say you're crazy and give you these medications because your body is signaling and getting these messages to you and to the brain and to the whole rest of the electrical system in the body as warning signals to tell you, hey, something ain't right. Hey, you got to stop and think. Hey. But if they give you these pills and you stop being able to feel these feelings and numb them down, then you're never going to understand who you are and who you're supposed to be. and they're always going to have control of you.
No, I don't watch old people brag over who got the most medicine.
That's why the food is changing, and that's why humanity and the society is changing mentally and physically, because they're putting all these chemicals
I done seen old black people
and drugs and unnecessaries in our foods. That's why the study of food, biology of food and different stuff is so important in these colleges and universities. So they can manipulate it and put what they want that they can't put in on the shelf and in the food and in what we drink, and watch us kill ourselves that way. So we ain't got no choice but to come to their hospitals and their doctors, so then we can get the other medication that's going to finish us off. It don't even put a Band-Aid on the symptoms no more. It just knock you on off now. Used to be you go to the hospital, they send you home, say you got about 8-9 months to live, 2 years to live, 3 years to live. Nowadays, you don't even make it out in the hospital for them to say you got 3 days, 4 days to live. Both my parents, my mama and my daddy, died the same in less than a few days of being in the damn hospital. One thinking she had a cold, the other one thinking he might have caught a flu. One a diabetic coma, the other cancer.
Diabetic coma?
Diabetic coma. By the orange juice she drunk, that she just went to the store and purchased. But she had diabetes. Which is really a stigma from eating wrong. If I would have knew, I'm watching Dr. Yaki Awaken right now. He's on right now speaking. The gentleman I told you that helped me see the light on what I was eating and how I actually need to change my diet and what I'm trying to help other people see by going to be this frugivore.
And you hear from fans or you hear from people at a show, like,
and eating and drinking the right things that we are supposed to eat and drink, and not all this processed shit, meat and all this sugars and oh my goodness, it's a relief to be me at this point in my life.
So that's why I be appreciating our fans, because they don't know
everything that I've learned from him. I've took, and he's always said, look it up for yourself. And I went and studied other people and found other people saying the same things, but were afraid to say these things at a certain point in time because they knew they'd get knocked off. Like how they did Sebi, Dr. Sebi. Man who predicted himself through his biological studies and studies of nutrition and his dietitianary plan and the way he was living his life at that point at 82 years old said, man, I predict to live to 120. Died at 83. Wow. They killed him in that motherfucking jail place or wherever the hell they had him. Lord forgive me for cussing. I do apologize.
It's okay for cussing because
it's not okay for me because I'm trying to be clean and show love in every facet of my day in every way. I got to walk like I talk and talk like I walk. If I bring negative into my world, I have to expect negative in my world. So I can't talk that way.
True.
So I'm working on it. So every time I say it, I have to correct myself and bring myself into acknowledgement, understand that I said it, deal with it, and let it go. That way, the next time I won't be in that phase to quickly think so rashly speak without proper thought and intention. So those words won't never come to my thought process again because that's not the thought process I'm trying to be on, and that's not the level of love I'm trying to project out. You feel me? Love is an ebb and a flow. It's never a give and a take. Energy is an ebb and a flow. You can't give me energy or take energy from me. We can't give energy to the socket or take energy from it. But if we plug in the right object to it, or put a light bulb in the socket, we can get that energy to be produced to us and transposed to us and to these machines and different things that we need that energy for, to help us through our daily routine. Same thing with us plugging into our fruits and vegetables, into the earth and into nature and into the existence of life itself. But what is the key? Understanding. What does the understanding do? Brings us into the knowledge of. What does the knowledge do? Give us the keys to, with wisdom, share it to the public. And show it in everyday life. And if it's all based on love, there's no way it could go wrong. There could be no confusion to it. But if you got an agenda behind this so-called love, it's not real unconditional and true love. Because now there's an agenda behind it. Love is free-flowing. It has no agenda to it. There's no conditions to love. You can't love me today and then say you don't love me tomorrow because you don't agree with a situation we might have went through. Love don't work that way. Oh, I used to love him. If you used to love him, you never loved him. Because your love wasn't based on truth and purpose of what love is. That's unconditional and agape love without condition. At the highest level, no matter what, you can do no wrong in my eye. I don't give a damn what you do. If you killed the snake, you killed the snake for a purpose and a reason, and you understand why you killed the snake, and you didn't just disregard the snake to the wayside. You took the snake and did something with it that is going to help you or somebody else and nature all at the same time. So that snake can come back into an existence in some way, shape, or form, and sometime in life's existence. The evolution of life, the cycle of life. Everything is a cycle of life. How could I say this? All we got to do is look at the volcanoes. Look at Earth, Mother Earth. What does Mother Earth do? She takes on all these toxins and all this blood spillage and all this poison and all this unnecessary that we put into her. And she accepts it into her. And it breaks down and it breaks down and it breaks down and it breaks down, and over time it reaches the molten core because it done been broke down so fine, it's been pressed down and down. Eventually it reaches to the core and to the fire lava that's running through Earth's core, and it's molted and refined into something else. The Earth is a big ass factor. Lord forgive me for misspeaking and cussing. Earth is a big factor if you want to look at it in those